Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I finally tackled this project of removing some old wallpaper in my house using some very simple tools and getting the process done rather quickly. The first thing you want to do is go around to any light switches or outlets and remove the covers off of them using a simple flathead screwdriver and placing those covers to the side. This will allow you access to the wallpaper that's behind these plate covers. After I do this, I'm going to get a simple putty knife or scraper tool and just find a seam in your wallpaper and just work that seam enough to where you can grab with your hands. And usually you can remove this top piece of the wallpaper pretty easily in big sections here with your hands. Work through one big section at a time here, just carefully removing the top layer of your wallpaper. You want to try to remove it in larger sections because that's going to make it easier for you to handle it and throw it away without creating a big mess on your floor. I should probably say before starting this project, it's a good idea to lay down some drop cloths on your ground, and that will just help keep your floor clean and keep your cleanup process a lot quicker and easier and cleaner in general at the end. I had a nice chair rail separating the top layer of my wallpaper from the bottom, and this was so fancy that they did one type of wallpaper for the top and one type for the bottom, and I'm just glad to finally be removing this top layer here. You can see it comes off pretty easily. Once you've removed that top layer, you will find a secondary layer that sat between the top layer and your drywall. This is where a lot of people will tell you to go buy one of those scoring tools that looks, it's circular, it fits in the palm of your hand, and you go in a circular motion. And what it does is it pokes a bunch of little holes in this layer of wallpaper here. And then they'll tell you to put a wallpaper stripper on top of that, and it gets behind this and separates it from the drywall. What I found is that if your drywall has been primed properly before the wallpaper was installed, which a lot of times it has been, you can actually avoid buying all of these products and going through this whole process. What I like to do is just get a 5-gallon bucket and a yellow sponge that you can find at your local hardware store that's oftentimes used for grout, and just wet the piece of drywall with this sponge. No chemicals whatsoever, just some warm water is all I'm putting on this base layer sitting on top of the drywall here. Don't wet it down too much, but I will say that it does go better if you go over multiple times with the sponge and really apply some water to this base layer. This is the cheapest way and the easiest way to do it. The more you wet the back of this, the easier it's going to be to pull off the wall. What you'll see is it's going to start to bubble up. The bubbling is good. That's what you want to see, is the bubbling. If you don't see bubbling, go back and reapply some more water. I'll make sure to put a link to this in the description here of all the materials I'm using. But you can see just after a little bit of water application, look how easily my putty knife can get behind this base layer of paper here, and I can start slowly working it out. This is so much easier than fighting with this paper. Apply the water and let it bubble, and then a lot of times you can just peel it off like this and see how nice and smooth that drywall is behind it. It's coming up so easily. Look at that. And without having to use that scoring tool, I'm avoiding putting all those little holes in my drywall. And when I'm done with this, my drywall's pretty much going to be ready to paint almost instantly. You will have to let the drywall dry after putting a little bit of water on it, but you can see just how easily this base layer is coming off the wall. Okay, let me show you that process again on a new strip of this wallpaper residue here. So I'm just going to wet this section of wallpaper with my sponge. I'm going back, I'm getting the sponge wet, I'm wringing it out, I'm coming up with moderate amounts of water, making sure to rub it in on this paper. I'm going to spend extra time on the edges, the top, the bottom, and both sides to create that bubbling on the edges so that way I can get my putty knife behind it and start to work on this paper. What you'll see is I'm not perfect either, and nor am I trying to be. I try to come in here with my putty knife, and you can see that this section is fighting me a little bit more than that last section was. Now I have two options here. I can sit here and scrape away, but what I'm going to do is not fight with this paper. I'm just going to put the scraper tool down, put the putty knife down, and apply more water. And now I'm going to see if it's going to come up easier for me. And you can see just applying a little bit more water makes it start to come up a little bit easier. My advice to you is not to fight this paper with your putty knife, but rather to put your putty knife down, reach for more water, and go about it that way. This is the quickest and most efficient way I've found at taking off this secondary layer of the wallpaper. You can see the top half of this wall here above the chair rail is now completely done. One whole wall in a standard bedroom, top half. This took me about 25 minutes. And it's super clean, super smooth, no residue left on this wall, just following that process. Just continue to repeat this process and you'll have all the wallpaper off your walls in no time. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button. I always appreciate people subscribing to my channel.